The former police chief in Clever is now suing the city in a civil lawsuit. Randall Blackburn claims he could only be fired for, quote, just cause under Missouri law, and that city leaders did not follow those rules. Blackburn says he was told in April he would no longer serve as chief, then was put on paid leave while the city talked about possibly contracting with the Christian County Sheriff's Office. During a hearing, aldermen accused Blackburn of failing to respond to a deadly grain bin accident, putting his own interests ahead of public and violating city policy. Blackburn is asking for back pay and $15 million.